A blessed day to you, and today's benefit is allegiance to a fault too. Nehemiah chapter 10 verse 30 to 32, New Living Translation. We promise not to let our daughters marry the pagan people of the land, and not to let our sons marry their daughters. We also promise that if the people of the land should bring any merchandise or grain to be sold on the Sabbath or on any other holy day, we will refuse to buy it. Every 7th year we will let our land rest, and we will cancel all debts owed to us. In addition, we promise to obey the command to pay the annual temple tax of 1/8 of an ounce of silver for the care of the temple of our God. We are still discussing the subject of allegiance sworn to by the children of Israel under Nehemiah's leadership. It was an unprecedented step taken before God, binding themselves with a curse if they refused to obey God's commandments. I would like to look at a few of the laws they specifically mentioned not to go against in the oath. 1. They will not give their daughters in marriage to, nor allow their sons marry the people of the land. By implication, there shall be no intermarriage of any kind with the foreigners living with them in the land. This is a big one, because at this time, a lot of intermarriage relationships already existed among them, but they were taking a decision to henceforth stop it in obedience to the commandments of God. Deuteronomy 7 verses 2 and 3 say in NLT, "When the Lord your God hands these nations over to you and you conquer them, you must completely destroy them. Make no treaties with them and show them no mercy. You must not intermarry with them. Do not let your daughters and sons marry their sons and daughters." Without necessarily refocusing this on marriage, the reason why God asked them not to marry the people of the land was to avoid turning their hearts against Him to worship other gods. This was exactly what happened that led Israel to captivity when God became angry with them for disobeying Him. One area of our lives that is very crucial to our relationship with God is our marriage. When we intermarry with anyone who does not have a heart for God or have a relationship with Him, we are violating the rules of our kingdom. This is not just an Old Testament law, because a lot of people end up arguing about what is called the will of God in marriage. 2 Corinthians 6 verse 14 says in New King James Version, "Do not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with lawlessness? And what communion has light with darkness?" This is the demand of God from us, and it is universal on any relationship we go into, be it marriage or any form of partnership that will tell on our relationship with God. Marriage is so dear to God as a form of relationship, because through it, God does a lot of things in the generation of man, most especially in raising godly seeds. When you partner with someone that does not have the fear of God, it becomes difficult to cooperate with God to raise a godly seed. That reminds me of a lady who stopped going to church even though she went in her early years because the mom took them to church. She stopped when her father decided not to go to church again, though the mother still attends. This is the kind of impact a marriage to an unbeliever or wrong choice outside the will of God can have on children. One area of unwavering allegiance that we must give to God is not to marry from where He has asked us not to. Maybe you are in it already. Return to God and ask for mercy, and He can turn things around from now, for your children to have a better chance of getting it right from the beginning. God intends to raise godly seeds with you. Please don't disappoint Him. Father, we know how much you cherish the marriage institution. Please help us to get it right, and wherever we are wrong, redeem the situation for your name's sake in Jesus' name. Amen. Thanks, and enjoy today's benefits.